The dude sunbathes on a tanning bed, but ends up being burned alive. The employee remarks it's his karma. Turns out, yesterday, the dude left his dog locked in the car. The employee reminded him of the scorching 37-degree outdoor temperature, warning the dog could quickly succumb to heat stroke. Dismissive, the dude retorted, "It's not your dog anyway, just focus on your job." He went off to the gym. The employee, concerned about the dog, stormed into the gym, grabbed a dumbbell, and headed back, unaware of her intentions. The dude was still clueless. Another employee reminded him the timer on the sunbed was broken and asked him to fix it. However, the dude paid no attention. Then, the sound of shattering glass echoed. The dude rushed out to find his car window smashed. Enraged, he immediately fired the woman. However, the next day, when the woman came to collect her wages, she found the man already on the sunbed, roasted to a crisp. Under the ice, there's a boy's face. On closer inspection, the boy's eyes open. Just a moment ago, the boy was playing on the ice when it unexpectedly cracked. He fell in, struggling. A turtle crawls over, blocking his last hope. Luckily, a passerby notices, sees the boy in the water. Firefighters arrive, tearing a bedsheet into strips for a makeshift rope. Slowly, with the help of the sheet, the dude approached the boy, chipping away at the ice. But just as he is about to pull the boy up, the ice cracks again, and both fall in. In this critical moment, the bedsheet plays a crucial role, pulling both to safety. The man won the champion of the bodybuilders. His father, the previous champion, excitedly took the stage and lifted the trophy with him. But the firefighters arrived quickly. The scene is chaotic. The father and son were trapped in the stage and scolded by the enraged fans because the liquid in his arm is synthetic oil, which can expand his muscles. To everyone's surprise, the father is a liar. All the honors he worked hard for throughout his life are completely ruined today. This will also affect the future of his son. After emergency medical care, the firefighters were prepared to send him to the hospital, but the furious fans trapped them. The black policewoman had to hold the microphone.
I don't know if what this man did is illegal, but I do know this, that pursuant to Section 148.2 of the California State Penal Code, it is a misdemeanor to willfully obstruct emergency personnel from discharging their official duty.
Finally, the crowd left. Before leaving, the guy decided to give up the hard-earned trophy just acquired. At the zoo, the guy tosses a rock at a tiger. Not satisfied, goes for a second shot at its head. A hot lady steps in to shut down this lousy behavior. The man, red-faced, leaves with his two nephews, but while he's in the restroom, shouts from outside grab his attention. Smelling trouble, he hurries out.
What happened?
He only hears the tiger's low growls getting closer. He turns around. There's the same fierce beast he'd teased earlier. It looks like payback time. Seeing this, the man speed dials emergency services. Paramedics tell him to stay put, but he brushes them off, turns on his heels, and bolts. He hops over the fence, thinking he's in the clear, but tigers aren't to be messed with. In a split second, the tiger leaps into the iron cage. When the firefighters roll up at the zoo, all they witness is the tiger having a feast on the guys. Do you reckon this is karma? The hot girl stuck in the wall, all because her breast is too large. She swears the first thing after getting out is to undergo breast reduction surgery. Turns out the lady has been trapped for 24 hours. Her breathing gradually weakened. Firefighters pulled with all their might, but due to the wall being too close, it had no effect. The woman's complexion worsened. Firefighters suspected compression injuries, warning the girl not to move, instructed her to hold onto her fingers to distract her attention, but the woman's breathing became more rapid as the firefighters guided her to deep breaths. She seized the opportunity, inserting tools into the gap, instructing teammates to spray lubricant immediately. Then, with a forceful effort, she finally pulled the woman out. Do you still want to undergo breast augmentation surgery? The baby was on the verge of drowning. Fortunately, the woman suddenly woke up, lifted the baby from the water. Even though the doctor assured the baby was fine, the mother still felt a deep sense of guilt, took the child to the fire station.
Not now, and maybe... I know that you're gonna take really good care of her, and she's better off without me.
The firefighter husband, upon watching the video, teared up. Meanwhile, his wife arrived at the seaside. Since giving birth, the wife had been raising the child on her own. Overwhelming pressure left her breathless, longing to end the pain with death. A few days later, the woman woke up. In order to undergo treatment, moved back to the hospital in her hometown. After recovery, she returned home once again. By this time, her husband had learned the art of parenting, pledging never to let her bear the burden alone again. Have you ever experienced overwhelming stress?
What happened? Is anyone hurt?
Yeah, this fool. The sign says stay inside the car at all times. What the hell was he thinking?
When the firefighters arrived, the water and foam spraying everywhere made it hard for he to open his eyes. Luckily, he heard the man calling for help and found him under the brush, but his thigh was badly crushed. The firefighter quickly hit the emergency stop button, but it didn't work because of the water spraying everywhere. He ran out to tell the others and asked them to help with the rescue. They find the electric box on the wall, turned off all the switches, and stopped the machine. One of the team members also closed the valve in time. It turns out the man was a YouTuber. He ran out of the car during the wash to attract viewers for his live stream, but he never expected to almost lose his leg. The firefighter quickly used a hydraulic jack to lift the car. In the end, the man was rescued. Don't know if he'll still be a YouTuber after this. The man's left eye was pierced by a fork, but he calmly told the firefighters to hurry up and save his brother.
Guy in the back, he looks really hurt.
The firefighters, confused, went into the room. On the floor, they found a fat man. Beside him, a broken violin. The female doctor was about to intubate the fat man.
Look, man, I didn't mean to kill him. He said I was out of tune. And I swear it wasn't, man. Okay.
The firefighter told him to calm down and sit down. Don't you realize there's a fork in your forehead? At that moment, the firefighter thought she saw something unusual in the fat man's throat.
Oh, Daddy.
She grabbed it with tweezers. It turned out to be half a sausage the size of a finger.
Did you shove this down his throat?
Just then, the fat man woke up.
Bastard tried to kill me with a corn dog.
It turned out they were choir buddies, and the fat man had mocked the man for singing off-key, which led to the fight. What a pair of good gay friends. The woman just wanted to buy a Christmas gift for her son, but ended up getting handcuffed by the police. It all started when she finally scored a parking spot, only for some jerk to steal it right out from under her. She tried to argue, but the guy just strutted off like he owned the place. Next, at the supermarket, she got slammed by the crowds. When she finally made it to the toy section, chaos broke loose. She grabbed the last toy, only for some guy to snatch it out of her hands. At that point, even the sweetest person would snap. She went full-on chili spray mode. She started spraying him like she was on a mission. Anyone who got in her way got a dose too. Then, a voice rang out.
Hold it right there. Now get your hands up where I can see them now.
It's Santa Claus. He calmly told her to hand over the chili water and stop spraying innocent people, but she wasn't done. She sprayed Santa too. Before long, the police showed up. She secretly thought at least I saved the toy, but then the officer hit her with,
Sorry, but that toy's going into evidence.
What?
A sequin fell to the ground, tripped the performer. Then the ice skate slid, scared the girl, knocked down the boy. The boss had to dial 911. When the rescue team arrived, they first disinfected the boy's severed finger, then found the severed finger on the ice. Luckily, it could still be reattached, but the boy who was hit wasn't so lucky. The skate pierced his chest. Only after pulling out his teammate's foot could the boy be taken to the hospital. Are you afraid of ice skates? The road ruptured. Tens of tons of oil gushed out. The car was trapped in a pit. To make matters worse, due to the airbag deployment, the woman in the passenger seat was pierced in the chest by a pen. With a cough, the pen flew out. A large amount of fresh blood kept pouring from the wound. The time left for the firefighters was limited. First, they pushed the car out of the pit. Then they quickly smashed the car window and pulled out the driver. Then the team medic jumped into the car to urgently treat the injured woman. Just as they rescued the woman and everyone was about to evacuate, a terrifying scene unfolded.
What's your emergency?
Help me, please. They're outside. They're trying to break in. My mom's not home from work yet. I don't know what to do.
Okay, stay calm. What's your name?
Lily,
Lily, how old are you?
I'm 9.
The operator yelled the robber's name over the phone, warning him the cops are on their way, and he'd better listen up if he wants any chance of getting out. The robber's all confused.
Why would you do that?
Because I don't care about you at all, but I care about that little girl, so you have exactly 2 seconds to make a decision here. You can either walk away from her and walk away from the police, or you can sit there and wait for whatever hellfire is about to be brought down in your head.
He locks the girl up, then sneaks out the back like the operator says. But guess what? Waiting for him at the back door is the lady cop who just got there.